prison, a place nobody wants to enter. Nonetheless, multiple prisons in various countries are overcrowded, exceeding their intended capacities. This is one of the most overcrowded prisons in the world. The number of inmates here exceeds the capacity of the facility by 6 times. The overflow of prisoners occurred after the Philippines government declared its war on drug trafficking in 2016, leading to the arrests and confinement of a significant number of both dealers and users. They ended up here. Today, we'll take a look inside one of the world's most overcrowded prisons and explore the unique management methods in use. A large group of men wearing yellow shirts gather and chat. Some sit cross-legged, while others doze off in the corners. Another group surrounds a billiard table, laughing, while another group plays basketball on the cement court. The atmosphere resembles the tightly packed communities that exist in many places in this country. What sets this apart, however, are the tall, thick walls topped with razor wire, an extra layer of confinement and control. This is Manila City Jail in the capital of the Philippines. It's almost engulfed by the homes of ordinary people. Heavy steel doors close behind us as we step inside. Although we feel a sense of unease and insecurity knowing that this place is so overcrowded, the officials assure us that everything will go smoothly.
Based on our the standards of 4.7 square meters per inmate living space, if we compute the total dorm living area here, the ideal capacity is 1,100 inmates.
1,100, but you have more than that.
We have more than 5,600 inmates.
So it's how many percent?
5 times congested, 5 times congested. And 500% is computed only at night time. That's when the time that they sleep and they're cramped or congested inside the dormitories there. But on daytime, as you can see, they're free to roam around here and you can't even feel the congestion in the facility. They're very friendly.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you?
All of the inmates here are awaiting trial. The reasons for their incarceration range from petty theft to drug abuse and even murder. During the day, overcrowding may not be evident, as the inmates are allowed to go out into the spacious yard to play sports or engage in other activities. When the evening comes and everyone has to return to their sleeping quarters, however, the cramped conditions do become very evident. The sleeping quarters, which are rated to accommodate no more than 100 people, are now packed with 500 to 600 individuals. Wooden frames have been erected layer upon layer, reaching up to the ceiling to create more space. Yet even with these makeshift structures, the available space is only sufficient for people to lie or sit down. Not only are there few sleeping areas, but the number of guards is also insufficient. When duties are handed out for the shift, out of over 100 staff members, fewer than 20 are assigned to ensure security. This is an extremely small number compared to the nearly 6,000 inmates present. Walls, closed-circuit cameras and manual locks to maintain order when the inmates leave for court appearances are not enough. Therefore, self-governance and mutual control among the inmates themselves have been implemented to manage and control the environment. The prison consists of 14 cell blocks or houses. Each house has appointed leaders, coordinators, a finance department and more.
Hello. Are you the chairman of Happy Barangay? Hello, what's your name?
Ronald Punto.
Roland Punto.
Ronald.
Roland.
Ronan.
Ronan. Ronan. Nice to meet you. Karuna. I want to know why you call your barangay Happy Barangay. You happy here? Can I see inside?
Yes.
Really? It's okay to go? Can I go?
We have visitors.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, happy barangay people.
Happy.
Are you happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What I'm doing here is one of the coordinator for the welfare and development. So we are the medium that they're using so that we can speak in behalf of our employees. So what activities that we need to do, what are the programs that inmates need to undergo so that we can develop behavioral and spiritual aspect.
So each and every dorm have the
Yes.
system,
Coordinators. We have
coordinator.
yes.
How you manage the money?
Yeah, it's a weekly obligation of the inmate here. We collect and then we put it as a pondo. We call it pondo here. We spend money for some activities here.
While the leaders and coordinators of each house are assisting in supervision, inspection and ensuring the overall well-being of the house, some members play sports outside. Some take the opportunity to find solitude or relax in the available open spaces within the prison, as opportunities to stretch their bodies are few and far between during the night. Some members gaze at rectangular screens, watching their favourite television programmes. The prison allows inmates to watch the country's main television stations. Almost every programme can be watched, except for 2 or 3 that are strictly prohibited, because typically they have sexual content or involve prison breakouts.
They are not allowed to watch movies pertaining to jail.
Ah, okay. They're not allowed to watch any movie that related to jail.
Yes.
Like Prison
Prison
Break.
Break.
No.
Yeah, that's not allowed here.
Jailbreak, no.
Jailbreak also. Jail accidents or other. Yes.
So they only watch soap opera.
Yes.
How about news?
News, they can allowed to watch
are
news.
allowed.
What
We
is
need to
the,
be updated every day.
yeah, you need to be updated, right?
The election is coming on May.
Yes.
Yes, we have to be updated. Who's going to be the next senators? Something like that.
Oh, you monitoring politics from inside.
We have to.
They are allowed to vote. Yes.
Oh,
We,
you
we are,
are.
yeah, we have privilege to vote.
Yes.
For those who aren't interested in watching television, there are arcade game machines and karaoke booths available for stress relief. For those who wish to find something to satisfy their hunger before the authorities distribute meals, there are shops selling additional items, as well as a refreshing smoothie stand right outside.
So this check, really? You have like mango, chocolate, avocado? Oh wow. It's like 7-Eleven, no? You're selling well?
This is a prison like no other, and unlike anything we've seen before. It incorporates measures that don't jeopardize security or stability, including establishing systems for inmates to take care of each other under the supervision and oversight of the authorities. These are the systems implemented here to help prevent riots in one of the most overcrowded prisons in the world. According to the standards of the United Nations, one guard should oversee and care for 7 inmates. Here, however, one guard is responsible for 200 to 300. The overcrowded conditions for the prisoners are directly related to the declaration of war on drugs by President Rodrigo Duterte, who took office in 2016. In this war, the police play a major role. Their responsibilities range from compiling lists of suspects to sending the list to community leaders for confirmation or for additional information before conducting operations to apprehend them. This method of seeking out who is involved in drug-related activities has been criticised for opening up opportunities for abuse by including names of opposing factions on the lists. Once someone's name is on a police list, it doesn't take long before they are apprehended. Many are subject to extrajudicial killings. Some of those who were sent here claim that they have no connection to drugs whatsoever. They were either mistakenly identified on the police list or caught in an area where arrests were taking place. This inmate was arrested on charges of drug use and trafficking, and he claims that he was falsely implicated.
They just planted evidence on me. Once we are inside the prison, they just asked me to be photographed along with the evidences that I have never seen before. And yeah, and eventually they just planted evidence on me, and then they have my case like a Section 5. It's really sad because I'm suffering something that I did not do. You know, lost time. I lost my job.
As a computer engineer.
Yes.
Amidst the violent and bloody crackdown, during which thousands of suspects have been shot dead, being in here might be considered a better option, because at the very least, one is not subject to extrajudicial killing. Extrajudicial killings persist, even though they are criticized. This is because President Duterte declared that law enforcement officers who kill or apprehend individuals involved in drugs will be protected and will not face prosecution. Another reason for the overcrowding in this prison is the slow pace of court proceedings due to a shortage of judges. Many inmates don't have a lawyer, and some don't necessarily need to be in prison, as the court has already granted them bail, but they can't afford to pay it. With overcrowding reaching an alarming 600%, it affects the quality of life for all inmates, including their food. The cement yard, which was originally designed as a basketball and volleyball court, has transformed into a makeshift dining area. This space is, however, too narrow and crowded to build a proper dining hall. Today's meal consists of rice, a simple vegetable soup and small fish. Even this is considered the best because the food budget is limited to 30 cents per meal per person. Each person finds a separate spot to eat according to their preference. Some sit and eat in the yard, while others return to their sleeping quarters. Nobody expects the food to be delicious. They just hope to have enough to fill their stomachs. Even providing a satisfying meal is nearly impossible. To alleviate the pressure and stress, which are potential causes of turmoil in the prison, additional measures have been implemented. In one corner of the yard, a group of 4 or 5 inmates gather around a small gas stove.
Hello. Hello. What are you doing?
Cooking.
Cooking. You fry your own fish?
Fry to you.
Oh, okay. Where you get the fish from?
Fry to you.
So what is it? Adobo?
Adobo.
Adobo. I know adobo. This is sardine.
Sardine.
How much you sell per tray? How much?
25.
25 pesos.
It's the rice is 10 pesos.
Oh, 10 peso, 25 peso.
Another is 50 pesos.
Oh. And if you want to have egg, you have
Egg
to...
10 pesos.
Oh, okay, so full meal is about 50 peso.
Yes.
Not bad, no? Are you selling well today?
Yes.
It's good business.
In general, the classification of inmates is based on their assigned gender at birth, rather than their gender identity.
Thailand.
Oh!
Therefore, this prison houses both cisgender male inmates and nearly 400 people from the LGBTQ community. They are dispersed across various houses, but during the day they often come together, forming groups based on shared interests. These small, occasional gatherings provide an opportunity for them to express themselves and showcase their individuality and style to the fullest extent possible. With the policy of relaxation and providing opportunities for everyone to unwind, some members of the LGBTQ community who possess certain skills are able to earn extra income by devoting their talents to work that suits them. Their clientele are not limited to just relatives or visitors who come to see the inmates. Anyone inside can avail themselves of their services if they desire. Besides the food and smoothie stalls, which are already common in many prisons, we've seen nail technicians walking around with their equipment, offering their services to groups of inmates while sweetly asking, "Would you like a manicure?" It may look like a scene from a movie or a TV series, but here, at this very moment, it is a real prison with real inmates. Everything is undeniably genuine and unadorned. Despite whatever relaxation or enjoyment they may experience, the fact remains that it is still a prison. Nobody wants to be here. So, it's not surprising that everyone's ultimate hope is to have a place to stretch out their bodies at night and have decent food to eat, with the highest aspiration being the ability to leave the prison.
What if you are free, walking out of this prison? What you want to do first thing? What you want to do most? And why?
I want to eat those food that I really like pizza, because I love pizza. Every day I'm always eating pizza outside. And that's the only thing that I'm having difficulty, because I don't have any visitors who can provide me pizza. So maybe that's the first thing I'm going to do, eat pizza. And talk to my mom. Yeah, because I really miss my mom. I haven't talked to her for the last 3 years, and she doesn't really know where I am right now.
The phenomenon of overcrowded prisons is seen in several countries, particularly in developing nations. In these crowded facilities, the managerial approach can be described as Filipino style, emphasizing relaxation, enjoyment, and making the most of what's available. Whether this is a good enough approach remains to be seen, but at the very least, it helps prevent the prison from becoming as suffocating and as oppressive as it could be.
If you want to see more great content from all over the world, please like the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.